recording or not. There it is. Okay. Hi, travelers. Tara here. Welcome to June. Okay. So this is going to be a general reading for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for June 2017. I am working on, I haven't posted up any yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even recording. I'm not even going to lie. But I will be working on those individual monthly tarots for each sign to be posted up on the website. Probably get a few up, maybe one or two up tonight. Don't know where I'm starting with, so please don't email me going, when is you going to put up the... I'll get to it when I get to it. I hope that everybody had a really good, safe holiday weekend. I had a great week leading up to the weekend. I went to see ZZ Top. Remember, I'm talking to y'all about the true North Node and the true South Node moving back into Leo and Aquarius, and how the South Node and Aquarius is going to bring 1999 back. Well, ZZ Top was it for me. When I saw them was 1999 with my then husband. Thank God I didn't go back with him to see ZZ Top this time. But it was a great concert. I'm a huge ZZ Top fan. And then my friend comes over and he goes, well, you know, you're always working. You never do anything. And you're the most stubborn woman I ever know. Pack your stuff. I'm taking you out on the boat. So I was out on the boat with him all weekend. It was great. That little storm came through late Sunday night, early Monday morning. And we thought, oh God, I thought I was going to die. There was so much lightning and thunder being on the water. What? That's not cool. So, but it all turned out to be such a lovely, lovely day after all. So it was a lot of fun. This is a general reading and the messages will not resonate with everyone. So please take what you can and disregard what you cannot. This will apply whether this is same-sex or heterosexual, depending on what situation comes out. In order to gain any insight into your situation, personal situation requires a personal reading. You can click on the little eye that shows up in the right-hand corner or whatever that is that shows up, and that'll take you directly over to the website. You can take a look at the readings that I offer, the prices, what the turnaround time is. If you are booking a phone reading, please read the important information on booking first. And where do you find that? When you go to the website, you'll see readings by phone on the menu. If you hover your mouse over that, a secondary menu will pop out. At the very top, it says important information on booking. Please read that before you submit payment or the booking form, because that will explain everything to you. Okay, my turnaround time for video and readings, phone readings, is between 24 to 72 hours of receipt of your payment. Okay, you don't have to let me know that you paid for a reading because my site tells me that. I get notifications of when people pay, when they don't pay. For those of you who might be interested, wow, in coming over and getting your free birth charts or accessing the premium video content, you can also look at that. There are 3 membership options: Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. 2 cards have presented themselves. So let's just get into the reading. We have at the center, the heart of the matter, we have the World card. It is the last of the major arcana cards. In other words, whatever you may, and of course this is going to be different for everybody. That's why it's general. This tells me that you are at the end of a cycle. Okay? Right before, for those of you who may have Saturn like pressing down on something in your chart, you're not going to know it unless you get your chart. You're almost at the end of whatever this trial or tribulation that you feel you've been going through. And what's interesting here is that the lion and the angel, or the man, those are the nodes of Leo and Aquarius. The other nodes are Taurus and Scorpio. Now, we have a lot of transits that are going to be going on in the sign of Gemini. I know for Scorpios, I forget which house is affected by I think it's your 9th house that is affected by Gemini. That's where Gemini would sit if I look at the solar chart. So this could be a lot of ideas about travel, foreign travel, maybe starting a new spiritual journey. You know, hang tight, Scorpios, because I think the reading that I did for last month over on the website was really awesome for Scorpios if you guys haven't seen it. Because you have Jupiter moving into your sign, into your 1st house. Right now, in October of this, you get to host Jupiter only once every 12 years. And when he enters your sign, when he starts to move towards you, you begin to sort of feel things picking up. You kind of see light at the end of the tunnel. He also goes direct. He's been in retrograde all this time. Jupiter will be going direct on June 9th. So for some of you, this could mean that whatever obstacles or challenges that you've been facing will begin to fall away. I think Scorpios are going to have a very interesting next couple of years. Okay. Well, look, there's the Queen of Cups who crosses. And she represents the energy of Cancer. And Cancer is rules the home, the homeland, where you come from, your lineage, your heritage. She represents mothers. This is, what do you need to be nurtured? How do you nurture other people? And what do you need to feel emotionally safe and secure? Well, that is crossing the world. That is our oppositional energy here. Let's pull the rest of the cards. Let's see what is at the root of the issue. Okay? That we have been, we're waiting for this to pass. Saturn wants you to build something that's a legacy, something that's going to last. He wants it to be strong. He wants it to be able to stand against any type of poking and prodding. He wants you to build something so that if something comes along and pulls a brick out of it, the whole thing's not going to fall down on you. Okay? And you're almost there. So, 4 of Pentacles. Wow, that card just came out for the air signs. Sun in Capricorn. Capricorn is a very, very tenacious sign. When things are really, really bad, the goat just keeps going. It doesn't allow negativity and things like that to bother. Why? Because it's a heavy, heavy Saturnian. It is ruled by Saturn. It is used to restrictions and limitations and blocks and obstacles and challenges. And so it knows how to work with that particular energy. So when everybody else is crying about shit, the goat don't say nothing. The goat just keeps climbing. Okay? Even if they don't make but an inch a day, back up the mountaintop. But also, interestingly, this is another 4. And 4 means that either this situation is static. Now, it can be static in a good sense, meaning that the stagnancy that's happening right now is giving you more time to do whatever it is you need to do. Or maybe you feel that where you are right now, everything is good. But it could also be static in the negative sense that you know you need to do something and you're not doing it. You're either resistant, you don't want to change, or maybe you're not sure if you want to invest what you've already gained into anything in the future. In the past, the Ace of Swords. Well, something has come along for you guys to bring some clarity, water signs. This is the card of truth. This is the card of justice. I have sometimes seen this card show up when there's like a new kind of contract being offered or proposal or submission. This is about being able to clear away, to really get through the bullshit and the things that kind of slow you down or weigh you down. This could be about life gardening so that you can really get a handle on where it is you want to go, what direction. I think many of you, either some news has come in or you have been already presented with an opportunity. The card represents the time of spring. This could go all the way back to the beginning of the year. for some of you. Okay. It's funny because this card represents the time frame of January 10th through the 19th, the Sun in Capricorn. I didn't mean to do that, but I kind of wanted to give another shuffle on these. We're going to see what we know to be true, or at least what we assume to be true about this situation. Okay? Oh, more thunder. Oh, wow. Well, there's this high priest. That's so funny because she came out in the air sign card. Okay, in the air sign reading, here is the high priestess. Well, this is supposedly what we know to be true, and this card says we don't know what's true. We have no clue. And even though, and maybe this is going, yeah, we don't know, because sometimes the high priestess the answer is unknown at this particular time. I'm going to go ahead and just pull one more card. Five of Cups. There's the Six of Pentacles. That's her overall energy. Now, I have two major arcanas and an ace here. I have no repeater numbers. This is going to apply whether you are same-sex or heterosexual, because sometimes the Queen of Cups, as a male, the Queen of Cups is going to represent the energy of you getting in touch with your feminine side. Getting in touch with your feminine side and your emotions doesn't make you a sissy. It doesn't make you gay. It doesn't make you weak. It is only through getting in touch with that particular side of yourself that you are able to extend love and compassion to others. Okay? That means if you feel like crying about something, go ahead and cry. You're just human. Now, what I'm looking at, the energy of past to the future. Something has already come along and shown you or presented you with an opportunity for some truth here. And whatever that thing is, I do feel that you have been either weighing it up or waiting for something to change. Okay? It's telling me as well, because she's inside the wreath. The wreath implies peace and safety, a truce, perhaps. Maybe this might have been a fight or an argument or a separation from someone. We know that the nodes have changed. Now, for others of you, this may be about the realization that whatever relationship that you had, it's either so stagnant that it's time to call it a day and seek a new type of relationship. Okay? It might signify that either you and or the person that you're dealing with maybe themselves are going through some kind of change. So this could be a time of emotional adjustment for one of you or both of you. I cannot deny that on the back side of this is that Two of Cups. This is the card of the Two of Cups in disguise. That's what I call it. The bridge is what's important to me in this card. You see, there's a way through this. There's a way over it. And it's really going to cause you to have to feel that stream of emotion. Okay? Overcoming whatever sadness or disappointment that you have. The nodes have changed. And so this is either an opportunity for you to do it, continue doing it in the same way, stay focusing in the South node. Why? Because it's comfortable. And being resistant to moving towards where your north node is trying to take you. The Six of Pentacles is an interesting card, the way it's the energy that's coming off of it now. And it represents the moon in Taurus. The time frame between May 1st and May 10th. So something just happened. So maybe this is about, this is a card about financial flow. It's about charity. It's about give back. It could be about philanthropy or generosity. It is 6 Pentacles. And there is a theme of, here you can see give and take, but also finding a balance in that. So this could either be that you yourself have been giving more to other people in such a manner that maybe you've ignored somebody else. Okay. This could also be about, because the standing figure is so central in the card, this could be about you doing things for other people and not getting anything back in return. I'm going to pull cards on this. Spreading yourself too thin. This does not show up to me like the energy of the player card, because I have seen it come out like that. I think this is because we have these two, the moon and Saturn. Well, Saturn is all about fear, but guess what? So is the moon. And it can be anyway. But the moon is more emotional, and the Saturn is more restrictive. So this could be about, you know, repressing your emotions or rejecting your own emotions, or maybe someone has expressed their love to you and you have rejected them in a way emotionally, or maybe you are having a difficult time feeling anything for the person. Remember, we're talking about compassion and love. This could play out in many, many different ways. I'm going to pull cards on these. Let me put him back. And of course, the first card I want to look at, because this is the future. This is showing me that if you don't, and this, what this says, the way the energy works is, you know, if you don't change the energy surrounding the situation and give some thought to whatever it is you need to do to fix the situation, fixing it doesn't necessarily mean that you might get back together with the person, okay? But you might want to take a look at what has come up, or where did it go wrong, or why did it happen that way, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes when we go through difficult emotional times, we really don't want to take the time to focus on and taking a look at that. And so we try to move through it. Why? Because, you know, pain hurts. It does. It doesn't feel good. But, you know, nature and the divine is so wonderful that way. It causes you pain because it's trying to show you something's wrong. Okay? And pay attention to that. Why? Because if we can heal it, we can fix it, we can heal it. So if this is about emotional sadness and emotional disappointment and regret in terms of a relationship, maybe something was offered to you and you turned it down for whatever reason. Okay? And now you regret it. Maybe you didn't regret the turning down of it, but maybe you regret the way you turned it down. It could be any number of things. Okay? But this Two of Cups on the backside, you know, says there is redemption. Now, I want to take a look at that. And to me, the answer is to either be very conscious of how you give, the manner in which you give, and what you give. But also be very open to someone giving to you. And also to pay attention to the way that person is giving to you and what they're offering you. Because sometimes people may not have some kind of monetary value to give to you, something of monetary value. But what they do offer you is more precious than gold. Okay? This is quite an interesting spread here. I know y'all hear readers say that all the time, but we be meaning it. Moon in Taurus. This equates to emotional value. That's what the moon is all about. Taurus is all about values. It is about also learning about the spiritual nature of equating finances to your spirituality. You can have all of the money and all the great things in the world, but if you feel hollow and empty inside, where does that get you? Okay? You could also be the most spiritual person in the world, but you know you need to pay your damn bills. Okay? So, you know, two sides of the same coin, love and money. Wow, this is interesting. This is really about, I think, someone who is, there's a longing, and that is the card, Suspiri, the longing, uh, about an ending, okay? This is a complete and utter separation from a situation. That's what this card means. Here is the stanza, the room of the card of communications, but there's nobody there. So in one respect, this is telling me that somebody really misses talking to someone. But I think they also, if the truth be told and realized, and maybe that's what they're working on right now, that they really do miss an individual or the energy of the person and or the relationship with this person, whether this was romantic or just a friendship. It could even be the loss. Maybe you've had a fight with a sibling or a parent or a child, and you are really, perhaps, like I was saying, very upset about the way that it went down. You do have a chance to heal that. I want to look at what this Four of Coins is telling me, because these three cards down the center imply that there is a freeze. It's like a moment frozen in time right now, or maybe that's the way it feels. She represents silence. Maybe this is really nobody's talking to each other. But why? It's because each person is trying to really get in touch with what their feelings are. If there are any fears, if there's been any manipulation, any jealousy, any possessiveness, any, and those things are based out of fear. And you are spiritually protected at this time, no matter what's going on for you. And this card could be about either putting in those structures and boundaries that you know you need to have, or maybe you've been too rigid and too miserly with your feelings and your emotions and your money, everything else. That equates to the same thing. And you know that you need to shake things up a little bit. And maybe you've been presented that opportunity. All right, I want to look at this Four of Pentacles here. That travel that I was talking about, whatever it is, I think there's a halt on it. I think there's some more thought being given to it. Well, isn't that something? It relates to a trip. How about that? Isn't that something? These cards are so clear today. It's not like this every day. This is just, it's beautiful. There's the viaggio, a visit or a trip. It's in the past position. The precious presence, a gift not unselfish. And the female lover, the l'amante. Remember, same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the male and whomever's going to take the role of the female. This is a moment of pause. This is a moment, I think, where a decision is trying to come into existence. All right, so I'm going to pull these cards up, and I'm going to, that's interesting. The air reading was somewhat similar. I just posted an article up about Jupiter and wishes coming true. But you know, you got to make sure that everything is right for the wishes to come true. Not perfect. There is no such thing, but right. And what I mean by that is that life gardening that I've been talking about, chucking shit that no longer serves you in your highest interest. You know, clear the ground, because Jupiter is planting seeds. Look, just because Jupiter is in Libra right now, that means that if you are a different sign, you're not a Libran, Jupiter is sitting somewhere else in your chart. And so wherever Jupiter is sitting in your chart, this is an opportunity for you to plant seeds in that area. That's why y'all need y'all damn charts. Come to the site. You get one chart that you get to create for free, and then you get another chart that I create for you personally. You only get this once every 12 years. All right, formulate a question. Oh, it looks like it's going to storm. That's that Jupiter. That storm that came through here, down here in South Texas, it was Uranus versus Jupiter. There was so much lightning, Uranus, and so much thunder, Jupiter. Those two were clashing. But if you've been reading your astrology ebook and you know about the mythology, Uranus is the father of Jupiter. And his wife, Uranus, Saturn's wife, Saturn used to eat all of his babies. He would eat them before they got to be grown, because a prophecy had said that one of his children was going to overthrow him and take over as king. So he used to eat all of his babies. Okay. That's fear of being usurped, fear of losing power, fear of losing control. So Ops was like, man, I'm tired of giving birth to babies and this clown eating them. So when the last son was born, she gave Saturn a rock to eat. She tricked him. And she took the baby and she hid the baby. And the baby grew up some way. I forget which god took him, and they grew up together, raised him. And then the son returned, and it was Jupiter. And they got into a battle. And Jupiter cut off his genitals. He castrated him. Okay? And kicked him out of the kingdom. He exiled him. And then Jupiter became the king of all gods. But he ended up restoring Saturn's reputation and his, perhaps from the castration, perhaps restored his sense of worth, because he ended up making him the king of the god of agriculture. That's the scythe. Okay? So he ended up shepherding in this wonderful place where everybody in the kingdom was able to be fed. He rode a golden chariot. So Saturn is first self-sabotaging, okay, cursed, and then he is redeemed. But it's about working through the fear, okay? I don't know why I told you, but, you know, read the mythology. Those of you who got your astrology ebooks, asteroid ebooks, I love the Roman mythology of the gods, because they play out as archetypes in our life. Saturn usually represents the father, okay? The moon represents the mother. So in this relationship, this could be themes of nurturing and caring, daddy issues versus mommy issues. It could be lots of things, okay? So go ahead and formulate one question. Parent and child issues. Maybe one person being afraid that the other person's going to outshine them in some way. I mean, it could play out in any way. One question. I'm going to pull a card. Ready? Look at there. Can you read that? It's up to you. Can you see that? Hold on. Let me turn some of these lights off. It's dark. It's light. Now, maybe you can see that card a little bit better. There was such a glare on it. There's a angel standing, and she's enveloped by these wings. It's almost like the world card all over, that protection. You know, and sometimes when things don't go your way, they don't go your way for a reason. That's because there's still things that need to be worked on. And so if that is the case, that's unseen and unbeknownst to you. We are such present, and we're focused on a timeline that only we can relate to here on the physical plane. So when we don't see anything happening, we don't know what's happening, we don't recognize something's happening, we just feel we're in the dark, I don't know what the hell's going on, rest assured that something is being worked on, okay, behind the scenes. But you have to ask, you know, just work this out for me. Work it out for me. And don't ask any questions about how it's going to be worked out. You know, just work it out for me. And then have faith that it will be worked out for you. It may come to you in a completely unexpected way, but guess what? Why look a gift horse in the mouth? The heart chakra. Well, isn't that something? Where are my books? It's up to you, the card says. 44. That's a double number. The other one ended with a double number. The other one was a 33. These are angel numbers. It's up to you. The end result of the situation you asked about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking a proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power and have confidence that you have what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Don't wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, this situation requires your unique perspective and experience. Let's read about the heart chakra. And this is really, if you need to do any meditation, this is where you want to focus that energy, that loving energy of the heart chakra, because it could really be all about emotional blockages that are going on. The heart chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationships, and healing. It is believed to be the link between the mind, body, and the soul. It is the vehicle in the Hindu religion. It is the vehicle of the soul. This is where the soul resides. To activate this chakra, take a moment to send from your heart loving, healing energy in the form of blue and or green waves. Blue, well, they say to do both. Blue for peace and green for healing. Send this to everyone and everything unconditionally, and this love will be returned to you for your own healing. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, I do hope that these messages helped. I'm so glad I was able to bring them to you. The cards are quite clear today. It's very, very lovely. I will bring you an open reading, I think, on Friday. In the meantime, get over to the website, take a look around, come join me if you like. You can also join my Facebook group. You can follow me on Tumblr. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on LinkedIn. All of that information you can find in the About box section of my channel. So until next time, namaste.